Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to start by joining the chairman in keeping in our thoughts and prayers the people of Boston, especially the victims and their families. And I also like to join you, Mr. Chairman, in welcoming Mr. Liu to this committee, the first time as Secretary of the Treasury. Congratulations to you, Mr. Liu, and thank you for your service, and thank you for being here to talk about the President's budget. And I believe the President's budget accomplishes two important objectives. One, and foremost, it focuses on job growth now. We all know that we've seen job growth in our economy over the last 30-plus months, but we also know that it's still not where we want it to be. Second, the President's budget reduces the deficit in a steady, credible, and balanced way, such that it's under 2% of GDP at the end of the two-year window. Now, I saw, Mr. Secretary, that one of your first visits overseas was to talk to some of our European partners, and that trip generated headlines like these. Treasury Secretary Jack Lew pushes Europeans to focus on growth over austerity. And I think that's good advice in Europe. It's also good advice right here at home. And while the President's budget does focus on growth over austerity, unfortunately, the House Republican budget does not, because the House Republican budget would keep in place the very immediate and deep sequester cuts, which the nonpartisan independent Congressional Budget Office says will result in 750,000 fewer jobs by the end of this year alone. And the Congressional Budget Office projects that 3/4 of the fiscal year 2014 deficit is due to slow employment levels, underemployment in the economy. So we need to be focused on that right now rather than pursuing European-style austerity in the budget as our Republican colleagues' budget does. You also had a visit to China. I think your first visit, Mr. Secretary, was to China. And I mentioned in the last budget hearing we had that I have a major biotech company in our district that last year laid off more than 1,000 people because of, quote, the uncertain budget environment here at home with respect to investment in science and research. And this year, because of the sequester, they have a hiring freeze in place. The one place they point out they are hiring is in China. It says we have instituted a hiring freeze across the company, with China being the only exception. And they point out it's not because of lower wages paid in China. It's because the Chinese are copying what has historically been a very successful U.S. model of investing in science and research. And it would be very short-sighted if we pursue the austerity approach to cut those investments at a time when many of our major international competitors are following that